knew my mom was different. From a young age, my friends would come over to my house and they would tell me that they couldn't understand what she was saying when she spoke. They would ask me to translate. They would tell me she wasn't speaking English. And so, I asked my mom if she could speak slowly when I had friends over. Lunchtime was always an adventure. Other students would tell me that the food my mom packed for me smelled funny. Sometimes I would even skip lunch when I saw my mom had packed me carne asada yet again. And so, I asked my mom if she could pack me a different lunch. When the teachers would call my name for attendance at the beginning of class, watching as they butchered the pronunciation, listening to my classmates tease me, I wondered why my name couldn't just be simple. So, I asked my mom if she could change my name. My mom moved to the United States from Argentina when she was 32 years old. 17 years ago, she packed up everything she owned to leave behind everything she knew and start a life with my dad in the United States. It wasn't until 12 years later that we had the resources for her to begin her naturalization. Not only is the process expensive, but it takes time and commitment. It's not easy, to say the least. At that time, we only had one car, and my mom worked 45 minutes away from our house. As a family, my dad, my brother, and I would drive to drop her off. We'd pass the time playing citizenship test study discs in the CD player, all of us sporadically spitting out the answers to the questions as if it were a game. It was not just my mom becoming a citizen, it became a personal endeavor for my family as a whole. I remember her naturalization ceremony very clearly. She was so happy to finally immerse herself in the country that had welcomed her and given her so many opportunities. The country that had led her to meet her husband, to have her children, and to pursue her career. As I've grown older and matured, I realized that I no longer want my mom to change anything about herself. She can speak 2 languages fluently, and now so can I. She makes the most delicious Argentinian meals, and I hope to someday teach them to my own children. She has a beautiful and unique name, and now I can carry part of that with me as my identity for the rest of my life. I do not want to ask my mom to change, but what I will ask is for others to realize the uniqueness of a different culture. I want to ask them to comprehend how important it is for the United States to harbor and welcome our immigrants, because leaving behind your home is never easy. I want to ask them to understand that the citizenship process is incredibly rigorous and that every person here today has worked so hard to become naturalized. Congratulations to you all on this rewarding end to your journey through naturalization.